I'm Ryan from Michigan Screen and Window. Today, we're looking at the differences between a single hung and a double hung window. I'm going to show you how they operate, tell you the pros and cons for each one, and which one is best for your next project. Let's start off with a single hung window. A single hung window is where the top sash is fixed, it doesn't move, and the lower sash moves up and down to get airflow. Let me show you. Some things we like about single hung windows is that they're more cost effective. So if you're really within a budget, the single hung window is going to be your most affordable option most of the time. Another thing I like about single hung windows is around the edge of the upper sash, there is no weather strip. There's nowhere for air to penetrate through the window because the top sash doesn't move. It's sealed into the frame. They're also a pretty simple window. There's a couple of moving parts in the sides. The frame is all sealed together, and there's not a ton to worry about when it comes to these windows. Some things you might not love about a single hung window is only the bottom sash operates. So I'll show you here, but if you wanted full airflow from this window in your home, you're just not going to get it. Only half the window opens, so you're only going to get half the airflow. It's also pretty difficult to clean these windows. Let me show you. What you would have to do is take the screen out like that, and you can imagine that if you were on the second level, this would be pretty difficult to try and clean your window. So a lot of times people who like to keep their windows clean don't love single hung windows. Let's talk about double hung windows. Double hung window is where the top sash and the bottom sash both move up and down. This allows for airflow from the top, the bottom, or both. Let me show you. Some reasons you might like a double hung window is they're more user friendly. Sometimes you just want to open the window from the top, just like this. For example, I got young kids. I don't want my windows being touched, my screens being touched, my kids trying to get out the windows, so I can open them from the top and know that my kids will be just fine. Also, if you have pets and you don't want your pets sitting on the windowsill here, they might fall from the window. We definitely don't want that. Good reason to go for a double hung is so you can get that airflow from the top. Double hung windows are also way easier to clean. Let's take a look. You just lift them up, you tilt them in, clean your window, and you're all set. So if you have windows on the top floor of your home that you can't get to from the outside, these are a perfect option if you want to be able to clean them, and they're way more functional than single hung windows. Unlike the single hung window, a double hung window is more complicated. There's more parts and pieces that can break and go wrong and lead to warranty issues over time. Also, a double hung window is going to be more expensive. It's got more features. It's viewed as a more premium product, so it's going to cost you more. What we spoke about earlier with the single hung window seal on the upper sash not being there, this one has a seal all the way around. So over time, the seals are going to wear out and it's going to lead to a draftier window for you. It's just something to bear in mind if you're going to go with a double hung window. So now you know what a single hung window is and what a double hung window is. Which one is best for your project? Well, if budget is the biggest issue for you, I'd probably go with the single hung window. If draftiness and airflow through the window is a big issue for you, I'd probably also go with the single hung, as you're not going to get that draftiness over time through the top sash. But if you care about airflow through the screens in your windows and having more options, I'd go with the double hung. It's more functional, and if you want to be able to clean your windows from the inside on a second story, you're going to need to get that double hung window. I hope you enjoyed watching our breakdown of a single hung window versus a double hung window, and hopefully it helps your choice for your next project. Thanks for watching. Cheers.